For the last 20 years, Harry Potter has been a cultural juggernaut. Whether the books or the movies, they're loved by children and adults. So today we're going to rank all 9 movies in the Harry Potter universe from the worst to the best in under 7 minutes. Be sure to give me your ranking down below in the comment section. Tell me which ones you love, which ones you hate. Have you read the books? Have you been to Harry Potter Land? All that fun stuff. So let's get started. Coming in at number 9 is going to be Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Now I love Dobby in this movie. Kenneth Branagh's a ton of fun, but the story itself meanders around for so long and it takes way too long to tell its story. It's essentially a mystery about the Chamber of Secrets, but the Chamber of Secrets isn't even mentioned for 45 minutes into the movie. So it just feels episodic, feels like it doesn't have a clear focus and direction, and then we have a boss fight in the end. With all that said, this is still a good movie, and if this is our number 9, this is going to be a great list of movies. Coming in at number 8 is going to be Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Now this movie has a very interesting visual style to it. I've always loved the way this one in particular looks. And it's got some events in it that shake up the entire Harry Potter universe. The problem is that this movie's always been dull to me. Just kind of boring. There's a lot of exposition, people standing around talking, learning about things, but not a lot of stuff happening in it, unfortunately. So for me, this is the most dull movie in the list, so it comes in at number 8. At number 7, we've got Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Now this movie has a few sequences in it that are phenomenal. The chase sequence at the beginning I absolutely loved. It's one of the sequences in 3D that I've enjoyed the most in the theaters, but the story in general just feels like the setup for a better movie. It feels like the first act of a full story, which, since it's half of a book, that's essentially what the movie is. And this movie of the two suffers the most because of that. And of course, you got some really great dramatic deaths in here that really hit you at the heart. But unfortunately, since it's a lot of setup, it's not as great as what you want it to be. Coming in at number 6 is going to be Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. So this was a fun little way to continue the Harry Potter universe. I enjoyed Newt Sky Commander as this quirky guy, and Kowalski was a fun side character along the ride with him. And just the general idea of this guy with all these creatures in a bag makes for an interesting little adventure. However, when that's contrasted with a plot line about child abuse, the tone of the movie just seemed really uneven to me. Just big shifts between quirky fun and dark realities that didn't make for a cohesive film, but there's a lot of great elements in here and performances that I thoroughly enjoyed. That brings us to Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or Sorcerer's Stone as we call it in the colonies. This movie is all about the world building, and Christopher Columbus does an amazing job of teaching us about this world of wizards and Hogwarts, all while introducing this fun array of new characters that's just a blast to be introduced to all of it. The actual story about the Philosopher's Stone is kind of forgettable to me. A little bit of the child acting isn't up to par of the rest of the franchise, but all in all, just so amazing to be introduced to this world for the first time. At number 4 is going to be Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Here we get a great, satisfying conclusion to the Harry Potter story. Throughout the movie, we get big reveals about Snape that are just heart-wrenching. We get payoff for each of our characters and the relationships that have been built up to this point in time. And of course, we get a big showdown between Harry and Voldemort. It's what we've been waiting for, and it does a good job of delivering on all those levels. I will say, I find kind of the way they chose to visualize the wand battles to be a little bit underwhelming, but all in all, as a movie with a story, does a great job. Coming in at number 3 for me is going to be Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. What I loved about this movie is that it expanded the world. We learned a lot more about kind of how this world of wizards works and brought in new elements to everything, and the adventures that our kids can go on are getting more exciting because they're not kids anymore. So this one felt a little bit more action-based and faster-paced to me. So it's just a lot of a fun ride where I got to learn a bunch of new stuff about this world that I thoroughly enjoyed. Coming in second place is going to be Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. To be honest, number 1 and 2 on my list kind of switch back and forth. To me, this one is easily the best directed film in the entire franchise. It has such a quirky and interesting and unique visual style to it. The way even the character designs are, all of it very fascinating, fun to look at. And then also, I love a good time travel story. So the way this one kind of tells different events or same events from a different perspective as we learn new things about everything. It's just such a fun way to tell a story and a different type of story and storytelling to tell within the Harry Potter universe. So all in all, this one is really tied for first first place to me, but as of today, it's in second place, which means that in first place is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This is the movie to me where all the elements of great storytelling come together. They establish a villain that we hate, whose actions are actually changing the world of Hogwarts and wizards with Dolores Umbridge, and then it has Harry step up into leadership in this new organization, this underground with some adults getting worked up that's going to resist against the evil side of the wizarding world. And all of that makes for just great storytelling, epic storytelling, the stuff that gets my heart pounding and excited, and why I love movies. What about you? Tell me your ranking down below in the comments section. Do you love the books, or are you just a movies person? All that fun stuff. And if you're new to my channel, please consider clicking that subscribe button. I do movie reviews, TV reviews, ranking videos. Hey, like the one you're watching right now. But the key thing is, I don't want to just talk about movies. I want to talk about movies with you. So join me in the comment section. Let's have a lively discussion, and thank you so much for watching.